which we will discuss about the future tense. So first let us learn the definition of a future tense. So what is a future tense? Future tense refers to any action which is yet to happen or have not taken place, but it is going to happen in the future. Indicates the action that is yet to take place. And what are the words which we use in the future tense? Will, have, shall. So these are the words which we use in the future tense. Like I will স্যার বলছি এখানটা একটা ওটা আমি ঠিক করে দেবেন, এখানে হ্যাভটা হবে না। ঠিক আছে, ওটা এখন কেটে দেবো। Okay, so what are the words like will, shall? These are the words which we use in a future tense. Like I will go to school. So here what is the future tense? Will go is the future tense. So let us know what are the uses of the simple future tense. To talk about the future. Example, I will go to school tomorrow. Here the action indicates that it will happen tomorrow. For that we will use a future tense. And also to provide information about a particular event. To provide information about a particular event. Like the singing competition will start from next week. Here it is giving some information about a particular event which will be happening in the future. So the singing competition will start from next week. To make a prediction about a future event. Example, I think the show will start tonight. So here a prediction is made about a particular event. So whenever we want to make a prediction about a future event, then also we use the future tense. To discuss about future plans. To discuss about future plans. Example, I will go to Shimla this Puja vacation. So here it is there is a general discussion about a future plan. What is the last and the most foremost use of the future tense? That is to talk about some definite action expected to take place in the future. To talk about some definite action. Here it is referring to any definite action which is going to happen in the future. Example, the examinations will start over from 1st December. So here it is referring to a definite action. So whenever we talk about some definite action which is going to happen in the future, then we also use a simple future tense. So these are the definite uses of the simple future tense. Now let us discuss about the future continuous tense. Future continuous tense. So what do we mean by future continuous tense? Future continuous tense refers to an action which will be continued in the future. Refers to an action which will be continued in the future. So what will be the rule of the future continuous tense? Shall plus be plus verb plus ing. Right? Example, I will be going to school tomorrow. So this action will be continued in the future. Suppose you want to say about anything which you will be doing at this particular point of time in the future. At that point of time, we also use a future continuous tense. Like, I shall be singing at 5 p.m. tomorrow. So this is an action which is a pre-planned action which you have decided, and it is going to be continued in the future. Suppose the train will be arriving at 6 p.m. tomorrow. So this action is already decided in the course of time, and it is going to happen at some point in the future. At that point, we use the future continuous tense. So the train will be arriving at 6 p.m. tomorrow. So will be arriving is the future continuous tense. In present day, we don't use so much of past perfect or future perfect tense. That's why I have done a general discussion on the present perfect. And if you want to know about the past perfect, I can give you some definitions like what is a past perfect. It is not used in general in present tense scenarios, but for knowledge I can explain that what is a past perfect. Suppose there are two actions. An action which has happened just before another action, that one is the past perfect. Like Rita had already left when I arrived at her home. So in this sentence you can see that in both this action, what is the action which has happened before another action or earlier than another action in this, that is had already left. So here had already left is the past perfect. Another example, the cook had already made food. The cook had already made food before I reached home. So what is the past perfect in the sentence? Had already made. So what is the rule of the past perfect? Had plus past participle form of the verb. This is the rule of the past perfects. And what is the rule of the future perfect? Have, has plus past participle form of the verb. This is the rule of the present perfect. Future perfect we don't usually use, but if you want to know the rule, this is a simple rule of the future perfect. Shall have or will have plus past participle form of the verb. So here I am giving you an example. I shall have done this work. This is a rule of the future perfect, and this is an example of a future perfect. I shall have done this work. Let me give you some examples of past perfect and present perfect. Past perfect, I had already discussed some examples. I am giving you more. The bus had already left before I reached the bus stand. So what is the action which has happened before another action? The bus had already left. So this is the past perfect. And And if you want to convert this same sentence into a present perfect, what will you write? The bus has already left. As you all know, in plural we always use have, and in singular we use has. So that's why the bus is a singular, that's why it is the bus has already left. This is an example of present perfect. So these are the general discussion of the tense, and these are the major kind of tenses which we learned in today's classes, that is the present, past and the future tenses. And there are many bifurcations like simple, continuous and perfect tense.